Hello dear listener, and welcome to Zealand. The world in which we are playing in will go to some dark places. The content of this series will therefore be violent and dark in nature, so if you find yourself easily offended or are rather squeamish, please do look away.
Kia ora guys, gals and legionnaires. Rycon here and welcome back to Zealand. This is Season 2, Chapter 1, Part 3 of Lost and Found. Now we have an understanding of what the actual title means. Let's go and see how we're all doing. On the couch today, a united couch where everyone's working together for peace, harmony and the well-being of all living animals and
also
humankind.
Skulk is here.
And also Skulk is here as well, yes. That too. And Nick, in audio visual form across the interwebs. Yes, hey. Yes. Yes, hey indeed. So, we start today's episode off on the shore of the island. With the thunderstorm still raging in the background, this is still the morning. It is brighter now. You can see more of what is kind of going on, and as you reach the shore, you're greeted by a very large number of people. And they all look quite afraid and concerned. There is no sign of Flip.
Classic Flip. Classic.
You see all these people standing in raincoats, just like kind of just looking out towards you from the grass at the moment. So this seems to be the kind of standard position where you kind of bring your boats up, and this is where this one has stopped as well.
So where are they? Are they just on the grass?
They're kind of up by the grass here, like.
Oh, so they came out to
so
the boat
it's
shed.
up a little bit. No, not out of the boat shed, just like
to the boat shed.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of like here at the moment. We've just kind of pulled up, and they are down here currently standing. Seems to be like a group of about 7 people in raincoats. Actions, reactions.
I just want to get out of the boat and then pull the boat.
Okay, cool.
Pull the boat up further,
Start
so
pulling the boat up onto the shore.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Scott, what's your intention on the boat while you're there?
Well, I'm just kind of and
Having a good cry.
in the just the bedroom, just in contemplation.
Okay, let me know if
and then the like kind of I'll just keep an eye on like the kind of the passage of time, and once it gets to kind of like like quite like normally fishing time, so like 5-6 o'clock in the morning, like
Beyond them, right?
yeah, I'd say it's past that time now.
Like because it's like sun's out and the moon says like 8 o'clock.
oh, okay. Well, I wait a few and then I go fishing. It's probably too late now, but yeah, I go fishing.
Okay, all right. So just trying to stay under cover, but having the line out. Okay, all right, great, fantastic.
Just contemplate.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, how about you go ahead and roll luck for me? Any modifiers to that? No, we'll just do standard.
38 pass.
38 pass. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Well, there are most certainly bites, and as the morning goes on, you might even reel up a fish or two. But we will come back to that. If you are able to continue fishing, we'll see.
Oh, what does that mean? Holy shit! Once I got the boat up, I'm just going to. I said it, Nick and I guess the crows. I need some breakfast. I'm going to get some breakfast.
To the others, yeah? You see?
Oh, I just want to have a look around. I have no fucking idea what's going on here.
All right.
Well, you can come with us to. We have a place, right?
I'm going to go talk to them. Might be best if you go around on the shore, back towards the bunkhouse for now. And you see Kev walk up towards the others, and as soon as he kind of gets there, like a number of them kind of like run right up to him, and you can see that there's like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Blah blah blah. There's voices, gunshots. What's going on? Blah 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 blah. No, they said gunshots. Sorry, not there were gunshots.
No, but there. Oh, sorry, there's one gunshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 2 kind of.
There could have been 2.
Could
It was 2.
have. Could have.
Separated by a decent amount of time.
Okay, and so as they're having this, No, there was just the one. It's all right.
Oh, it's just one.
Just the one drop.
We'll find out in the comment section.
Yeah, they'll let us know for certain. Yeah. Okay, so you make your way back towards the bunkhouses, and Skulk, you're just kind of following them at this stage because you don't know what the hell they're talking about when they talk about bunkhouses. But as you do arrive, the bunkhouse is awaiting you.
Well, I suppose like the same with me as well. I haven't been here yet, so. Yeah.
Yes.
We're
True
both
enough.
New to this.
True enough. And the bunkhouses are there. And there are still a number of people who are kind of flittering around here at the moment. I say flittering, but it's more like people that are kind of hanging out down by this region here under cover.
Hanging out behind that.
Because that's where the cover is. There isn't really any proper good cover on that side there. But you can see that this ranch slider door, which is a ranch slider door, is actually open at the moment. And you can see a number of people inside peering out.
I'll point out to Chloe and Skulk that our rooms at the back here for now. Just stay out of their place.
Yeah.
Toilets are around the back. And just don't go into the generator room. Well, the solar battery room.
Sure.
There's no need for us to go in there. Get some food ready.
Okay. All right. So you kind of just stay undercover for the time being, but you start preparing some food. There are still some of the others out here at the moment. Let's see. Who is currently waiting? Brian is undercover at the moment here.
As I'm sort of going through and asking the guys inside, go, any update on the power draining?
Mate, I'll be honest, I haven't been out. The weather is pretty shite. And all of this mayhem, no, I haven't looked.
Go inside. Get some food.
All right, you go inside, and so instead you're actually going to be preparing food inside at the moment?
Well, we'll just have our fish in the chili bin. So, I mean, not like
Okay.
much, but...
All right.
So, there was a decent amount of fish in there, so...
All right, cool.
We did share it last night.
Is any of it cooked?
Sorry?
Is any of it cooked?
Cooked a bit of it, didn't we?
You cooked. You ate what you cooked yesterday, but
Yeah. If it's not, then I'll go. Well, I would ask, hey, can we borrow the electric frying pan or whatever's there?
might just go and ask them, mate.
Go in, go.
Okay, so as you come around this side here, you kind of have to walk around at this point to go and pop up these stairs here. Does anyone accompany Jake at all?
Is there not a back way in?
I
think it's down to the back.
These stairs here, they lead out that way there.
So what are those two doors? Those there? They windows?
Those are windows. Those are windows.
I won't, but I'll just be like walking around a place, having a look around, see what's what.
Okay. As you're kind of walking around, that you do see some of the people that are kind of like looking out. Like, how do you have your machetes at the moment?
Out like this.
Oh, no, so I would have put my backpack in the room.
Oh, in the room? Okay, cool.
And I would have just put my machetes on my belt.
Okay, all right.
But I've got that blue and yellow one, so most of the machetes would be covered by my jacket.
We all walked through them. Hey, this is Skulk.
Okay, he's like the only person you can actually see at the moment. On the balcony here with
both of us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they haven't met you either.
Haven't met me or Scott.
Yeah. So you've got Brian there as well, but along with them you do have Anna.
Willow.
Are they seriously called Anna and Elsa? Mm-hmm. They are. Wow.
Man, it took you that long to figure out.
Wow.
Wait, you didn't do that on purpose?
No, that's randomly generated.
I made the characters during last season, in case you guys make them during the last season.
Right.
Yeah, I was just wondering when someone's going to pick up the Anna and Elsa's in there.
Oh my god.
I got that straight away.
Oh, I didn't, and I've been looking at their names for weeks. God damn. Okay, well, yes. So Anna is there on the thing, and so is Brian as well. So you did see them. Obviously, you didn't say anything immediately.
Is that
Brian was like,
when he,
Brian was, yeah. Who are they? Yeah, but you do introduce.
Yeah. So as we go, this is Skulk, Chloe. They're on the boat.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. But you see that, like, Anna is that was not Brian.
Sorry.
Brian is also like, hi, hey, g'day. No, but Anna's, she waves and kind of like is hugging Elsa close to her. Pardon me, and Elsa does look quite frightened of all the new faces that she sees coming towards her.
It's two.
It's frightening people. Quite frightening.
Frightening?
You got a gun.
No, she does not have a gun.
You don't have a
I
gun.
have a fucking leg in a cast. I'm on a crutch. How threatening can I be?
In the thunderstorm and the rain, walking around like here or
don't
like
see,
this.
We don't see Flip here, do we?
No. No sign of Flip.
Good.
No sign of Flip. Okay, so you going forward, you do walk into this building here, and you see everyone is kind of huddling in here at the stage. Even the people that were in the tents have now come inside here. You see some of them sitting there with like hot cups of drink, some coffee, some tea, cocoa. You can smell the smells of breakfast in this room, and you see the sight of people who are afraid and confused.
Let's go. Let's just gonna borrow the electric frying pan. Go over and grab it.
No one really says anything. It's just like a nod. And as you kind of go over and... are you taking it away?
Get back.
Okay. Like, as you kind of like try and take it away, someone older that you haven't actually had a chance to meet yet, you haven't seen yet at all, kind of steps up.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna
Yes.
meet them.
He does kind of like put his hand down and say, "Where are you taking that?"
Just to the other room. Cook some food.
You can't cook here?
I think it would be best just to keep separate from it.
What were those gunshots?
There was 2.
What was the second one?
There was one.
There's an echo. You can't be certain. Yeah.
I'm 100%.
But you say there was one. It says, well, what was
Get on
it?
the boat, though.
I had a bit of an argument. Kevin fired in the air to settle it all down. If you wanted to talk to Kevin.
He leans in closer and he says, "What about the boat?"
Oh, that's right. The whole thing. Just talk to Kevin. We call him Kev like a friend. Yeah, talk to Kevin.
And he does kind of like take his hand off the thing. He gives you a nod. And he goes and sits back down with the others.
Now should I put Chloe and insult
You can
him?
see that the fireplace in here has actually been started and there is like a bit of warmth and...
Nice, wouldn't it? After
Yeah.
being out in the cold so long. Oh, it'd be so nice to be here and there.
Yeah, well, like they're all dry. You're soaking wet right now.
Should they have the ranch slider closed then, or that heat's just going to get out?
They're waiting.
Ooh, doesn't matter, you're not there.
You're mud.
I go back to the other room.
Okay, alright, you go back to the other room, you come back victorious with this thing. Okay,
Great
alright.
victory.
What's your intention? Make breakfast?
Yes.
Okay, alright, you sit down making breakfast. And
Just quickly, I'm just
Yeah.
going to quickly cook some up.
cook up some of the fish.
Yeah.
So while you do, I just asked, so what else is around here? I saw like there's like a little shed at the boat, and there's these 2, what, bunkhouses? What else is here, man?
What was it? There's a place with some kayaks in there,
Right.
tool shed, Tuatara pit.
Wait, really? They've got a Tuatara pit here?
Yeah.
They've been taking care of them?
Everyone just got here. No? Some of them were dead. It's probably not.
No, no shit, man. No. Was anyone here when you came here?
No.
Then who was feeding them?
Pretty sure they can sort themselves out. They're wild animals.
Roll intuition.
That might be why a bunch of them are dead.
Maybe.
Just flat.
Nah, mate.
Okay, cool.
I'll after the fish, we'll have a look, see what's going on there.
Alright, cool. You all sit inside on this stormy day. Still feeling anxious about everything that just went down on the boats. Missing Scott,
Who has the keys?
who has the keys to...
There's 2 sets of keys, right?
You would. There's still one set of...
boats to the.
To these. You have one set of key.
Yes.
The other keys were left on the hook.
Okay. I go and grab them, and go find Kevin.
The keys are not there.
But I thought you got, so he's got one set already.
I got one set.
You've
of
got
keys.
one set already. The second set, like, remember, you got them from inside their
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
So you kind of walk back up
Yeah, so
again,
when I finished
look
breakfast,
around the corner,
But
the
I just would
keys...
have
Yeah.
cooked some, piled it down. Went to grab those keys, and I can't find them. Go straight to Kevin.
Okay.
Well, he's still on the beach, isn't he?
Probably that's why I'm going.
Okay.
To Kevin.
Alright, so the others do make their way...
Can I get a rain jacket or something? I keep forgetting that I'm getting soaked.
You don't have one, and there isn't one here. And you are suffering the effects of being wet.
Yeah.
Actually, just roll Constitution for me. I want to see how you're holding up in the cold weather.
Really good. 5.
Okay.
So, well, not really good then.
No. I mean, like
Still.
that's well enough. You're hardy for now. You're doing okay.
Yeah. Well, I work through this weather to this time period outside.
Okay.
If I see someone outside, I'll just ask where the Tuatara pit is. I hear there's a Tuatara pit around here.
Rushing from doing
Hey.
that.
And this is Frank again. He's kind of by that doorway, so no one's actually out at this point. Jake is kind of just getting ready to leave at this point as well, and he's just checking his head up. Don't know of any Tuatara pit.
Fair enough. And I go for a wee wander, seeing if
Secret to
if I can
Okay.
find.
See, Jake does actually know where it is, and he's standing right there as well. And you had no reaction to that.
If, I
really.
mean,
I
like, if
thought
you
I
heard,
left.
No, I'm saying this is as you're leaving.
Oh,
because
okay,
as you
point over there.
as you left, Skulk came up, and then the people from the beach start coming back. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
you
I'm
show
there,
me-
yeah, I'll be like, okay, over there.
thanks, mate. And I start
Okay.
walking off.
All right, so you're standing on the deck at the moment, Jake, and you were saying about like the whole rain jacket, and you were trying to think about whether or not you had one, and that's when you do see the others approaching from the beach. Still no Flip, but at the front of this group of people is Kevin, and they will start trudging back towards this bunkhouse.
Alright, I just want to. I guess we can go to the bush or something. I'll go grab Kevin somewhere and go, hey, Kevin, can we talk?
So the others do start kind of filtering past you, and they're kind of all looking at you waringly, and they step back inside, kind of shaking the water off before they do, throwing their coats back up.
Can I grab a coat? Can I ask? Can I grab one of those coats, please?
And you do hear someone say under their breath, "Haven't you grabbed enough?"
Guys,
And Kevin just like, Kevin just like puts his hand out. You didn't see who it was that said it. And Kevin's just looking at you expectantly. Still kind of like rain coming down.
Yeah.
You want to just talk?
We close up ourselves?
Well, if he closes the ranch slider door,
Yeah.
then you're going to be standing in the rain.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, close around side door.
With me. And he walks you around the back towards the generator
Yeah.
room. Okay, you walk
Back behind
inside
the shed.
and close the door behind you. Chloe, if there at any point you want to like start doing something on your own,
Just give
you
it
let
back
me
in
know
there,
as
isn't it?
well. It's just you, Nick, and Skulk's gone off to find Tuataras. We've split the party very well.
There's nothing
This
I
is
can
good.
really do, so no.
Okay, all right.
Cause a commotion.
Why would I want to do that?
It's your Palpatine said so.
I only do it when it's like gonna annoy people. Don't worry.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Door closes behind you in the generator room.
Do you have the other set of keys?
What
For
keys?
These places?
No, no keys.
There were 2 sets, one's gone missing.
Okay, and
All I want to
none
do-
of you have it.
I haven't checked, but I don't think so. We haven't been in that room. Besides me to go and get the frying pan and then check for the keys.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that the warehouse for the poison stuff stays locked, closed.
Right. I'll ask around. I'll find out for sure.
And where's Flip?
He went off into the forest.
Whereabouts?
Can't blame him.
No, he's gone.
Didn't see. Went off down by the beach. As soon as we came up from shore, he just shot straight into the woods. And frankly, I don't blame him. Your friend was really trying to push things out there.
Yeah.
He was. Flip isn't the most reasonable person in the world, but yeah. Well,
Just keep them separate.
we will.
What she did was just push it way past the point.
You let all your people have guns?
No. Not anymore.
Okay. All right.
What was in that bag that you gave Skull?
His things. What we found on him when we pulled him out the water.
What were his things? What does he have with him?
Jacket. Machetes. Odds and ends. Didn't see the grail in them.
Is it the what, sorry?
The grail.
Grail.
The holy grail.
He's making a joke, Jake.
Close just like lean through the window. He's making a
He's
joke,
making a joke,
Joe.
Jake. That's what I'm doing.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Alright, sweet. Well, we need to go, once the rain dies down a bit, we need to check out that, we need to check out the area out anyway.
All right. Fair enough.
And we might as
But
well focus on where that cable goes and see what's there.
all right. Weather might not die down.
It's New Zealand.
There is a lot of black out there on the horizon.
Yeah, but it's New
We
Zealand.
can
We'll
see
get
out
bits
to
and
the
pieces.
sea. We've got long vision here.
Alright, well, if we can give me a rain jacket and we can start going out today.
Right. Me, you, Jonah.
Okay.
All right. Who else from your group here can help keep things under control?
Nick.
Okay. Tensions are going to be high, so it's going to need to have a cool head.
That he does.
I'm so surprised no one made a ginger joke then.
I was
It's like-
thinking one.
Sorry,
That's why I
Nick.
was chuckling to myself.
It's fine. I was expecting it to be here.
Yeah.
I
Fair
was just
enough.
thinking that's true because Nick's very.
No, I was just going to be like, ginger rage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get you that jacket and you go talk to your friend. And he
Alright.
just opens the gate and he does kind of like look down at the cable before he kind of like walks off.
I go to the room and say, Kevin and Jonah are going to go follow that cable, see where it goes. You guys just stay here and Nick, try to keep the peace.
Where you're going right now?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Getting a rain jacket.
You'll catch a cold, Jake.
It's all good, there's fire in the other room. A whole bunch of people that hate me.
It is quite cold in the building that you guys are in.
Can we?
That's
There's
right.
a fireplace in here, right?
There is.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. You see
Yep,
the
there's a
little-
fireplace in here also.
Go for gold.
I
you
shall
and
show
Nick.
you.
Get that going.
Is there any like kindling in here?
No.
Alright, we'll get that sorted, get a fire going. I'll dry myself off and then I'll be off.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You can see like the remains of where there might have been kindling before, but there isn't any there now.
Ooh, someone stole them. The other group stole your kindling.
Wow, that's really pity.
Anyway.
That's
All right,
something
Nick,
Scott might
you,
know.
you,
Yeah, something Scott would do.
you understand Jake's intentions enough, what he wants?
Just
Yeah.
keep a leash
Yep.
on Chloe.
What's it supposed to mean?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
No, see.
Jake, what are you going out armed with? You got your flak jacket on, I know that much, and you're
Yeah.
going to get a rain jacket as well.
Yeah.
What do you have with you, weapon-wise?
Bullpup, pistol, hatchet. And
Okay.
I have a helmet, goggles, and the whatever mask was I found.
Okay, right. You set off back towards this place here, where the others are.
I would take the electric frying back.
Oh,
It's so
that's
fucking touchy.
very good. Very good. Okay, and so you do that.
You wash it first.
Do we have the ability to wash it now?
No, you don't. The sink and everything is in the other one.
Then I'd go back and wash it and just be real petty and make lots of noise. Like when your mum does it and you haven't cleaned the kitchen for ages, just fucking throwing the pans
Slamming
If
around.
someone else is up. No, I've got it. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I got it.
No.
Everything around here.
What did you do?
Okay, and while you're doing that, we're going to cut back the skull.
To sculpt the Tuatara Hunter.
Yeah,
Crikey, what we have here?
yeah. Now, there was a great excuse about the Tuatara house. What's your real intention here, mister?
No,
actually,
Well,
you're-
first
yeah,
off,
yes.
not actually, but first off, yeah, let's have a look at them to a turret.
Okay, all right, so you do leave the bunkhouse. Walking which way?
Quickest possible route in.
Quickest possible route is walking through this section here
Right into
towards them. While you're walking through this section of bush here, which seems to be, pretty thick. I mean, this place is cleared on the other side of the bunkhouses, and it's a kind of strange clearing. Not sure what the purpose of it is, but as you're walking through this section here, and you can see this large building sticking out from there, roll perception for me, and I'm going to give you a plus 20 to that.
Okay. And I'm spinning a sigil.
Oh, hey, is this your first roll of Zealand?
Yes, and that's why I'm spinning a sigil
And the
with.
first thing
Hey.
it does is
Hey.
the sigil on.
I'm not going to fail my first one, so
Oh, I hope we
plus
fail.
20, so it's plus 45, I have to get under 85.
Oh, please get 86.
85.
Oh my god, no way!
So
Natural.
natural,
Oh, nice.
which means I automatically get 1 point to it.
So this guy, on his first roll of the game, manages to get a free point, and
Far out.
Critical success.
okay.
I hate this game.
So you don't even,
It's funny.
okay, you don't even stand
40.
on it. Walking through, you're being aware of your surroundings and kind of like walking around. You're in a new place with new people. You've just got out, and you've been under in that yacht for a long time
I'm
now.
enjoying my time on
Enjoying
on
your
solid
freedom.
ground.
Your wrists still hurting. Very observant in this moment. As you're walking through this section of trees, you see a shoe sticking up out of the ground. That shoe is attached to a leg, and that leg is attached to a torso.
And
On
that's
that
all-
torso, there are arms and there's a head.
And that's all above ground. It's not like they're in the mud or anything like that.
It is under, but it seems like it's been disturbed recently, perhaps.
Do I recognize the head?
No, this is a body that has been here for some time. Looking at it, it seems like it's been here for a decent period.
Any uniform on it?
Yes,
The doc?
yes.
What's in his pocket? Does he have like does he have like a that waistcoat with all the things on it?
No, but he does have a shirt, and it does say Department of Conservation on it. There isn't much left of this person.
Yeah.
It is mostly remains, and upon again, because your perception was so incredibly good on this, you do see two other mounds next to this person, which are a little bit more covered by debris and leaves and branches.
With him, can I see a cause of death with how little there is left of this person?
Yes, you can.
And it is.
It looks to be a shot through the side of the head. There is a hole through one side and out the other.
I disturb the other two mounds having a look.
Okay, they are quite well buried compared to this. This seems to have been like disturbed, like it's been dug up by something potentially. The other two are a little bit more better dug than this one, and the earth is packed down quite well.
I take my time. It's been raining, so it should be nice and muddy.
It is indeed.
Ugh.
Okay, digging through, you do find the skeletal remains of two more dock workers. You
Same.
can't really tell.
I lift their skulls up, or as much as I can.
Okay. On the second one, there is a hole through the forehead. And on the final one along, there is a similar wound, but it seems to be like a little bit further down here, through the cheekbone. And this is like skeletal remains. So the clothing is completely worn. I mean, like there's a little bit of stuff still there, but these people have been dead for a while.
Yeah, before the apocalypse.
Yes,
Oh, fucking hell.
that's what you're getting from this.
I carry on to the Tuataras.
Okay, all right. You walk away, carrying on towards the Tuatara pit. Upon reaching the Tuatara pit, you can see, after waiting for a little bit of time, you see them, some of them a little bit more camouflaged than others amongst the leaves and the bits of soil and sand and things like that that are in each of these different enclosures. It seems like some of them were separated by age, others you can't really tell what the determining factor is as to why they're there. Could be family groupings, possibly, but there are some that are still alive.
Is it like they can't get out, can they? This looks
No.
completely sealed in.
No. Yeah, so essentially it's sealed with like the bricks around the outside, and there is like a wire mesh around the top bit that's open, and then it's covered by a clear corrugated top,
Do I see any
plastic top.
bags or bins of food or anything around here?
No feed, no.
Can I open the enclosures?
You can.
I do so.
Okay, all right. So there are openings within the actual mesh itself. It is just like a little turn, so it's like a little wire piece that's on there, like turn, and it just opens out, and you can reach in, take, put, etc.
Well, since everyone else, I'll spend my time and take them all out of the enclosures.
Take all the Tuataras out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
What?
You do that. Okay. After taking the Tuataras out, this does take some time, all right? And with that being the case, we are now going to return to you and the others who are now staring down at a cable running into the earth, and then seeing a slight line through the grass where the grass has been disturbed and it hasn't grown back as much as the others. It seems like this has been there for a while, especially with like the mud and stuff like that. It's a little harder to tell. You're all looking down at it. What are you looking at?
Who's that?
Brian, calling out from back near the bunkhouses.
Classic Brian.
Classic Brian.
Cable.
Jonah pipes up, and as soon as we haven't actually had a chance to see Jonah, this is Jonah. He's old, he's bearded,
Fuck, I was gonna make that joke.
Deckard Cain.
Why-
No, he's
why
not
do
bloody
you think
Deckard
it's like
Cain.
He's holding a book. Look at
He
him.
does, doesn't he? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, so he turns towards him and says, just checking out the electrics. Don't worry. Alright. Let me know how it goes. Good-o. And he walks back into the bunkhouse,
We
around the corner.
start following.
Okay, alright, so Jonah actually does kind of get down by the cable itself, and he does kind of like pull at it a little bit, but it doesn't quite come up. The earth seems to have been kind of sealed over the top of it, or at the very least pushed down. But the direction that it does take you in is leading out here and into
If we find a hatch,
The
I'll be
woods.
severely disappointed. Because it'll be literally lost.
We gotta get back to the island, Gabe. Yes, follow it cautiously.
Okay. Once you actually get towards the tree line itself, you see that the cable re-emerges from the soil and is on the surface. It's a thick black cable. And you see it running further into the woods.
Same direction, not turning or anything. Just staying.
Same direction, seems to be pretty straight, and it's just snaking through.
Follow it. Keep following it.
Keep following. Okay. And this shall take some time. So you keep on following throughout the...
Or maybe I just go. If Jonah can just stay back quite a bit, and then just follow, you know, for a further distance, and sort of make sure if it turns to shit, we got a bit of backup.
Right. Sure. You lead with that big thing on. He's talking about your vest.
Can't see the vest. I've got the nice coat
He
on.
knows you.
He knows you're wearing it.
He's got a short memory.
Okay. Alright. You continue on. Scott, fishing's going well for you on the boat.
Cool.
You've already managed to bring up 2 fish. You got a
How long
snapper.
has it been?
What's that?
How long has it been?
Not very long. Not very long. Yeah, yeah. But this is as they've been kind of walking into the forest itself. By this time, you have finished releasing the Tuatara. You're just placing them back down on the ground,
Yeah.
letting them roam free. Oh, wow.
It's weird.
Humanity points for you.
Yeah, it's nice. That's very
Very
you
surprising.
really do?
But it's something that no one witnessed.
Yeah, no one knows.
Only good when no one's around.
Can't see that you've got a human side.
Fair enough.
Everyone, you plan. Whenever Scott's in the room, just don't look at it.
And Chloe and Nick, is there anything in particular you want to do / talk about while you're in the room just by
What
yourselves?
do you want to do, Nicky boy? Say that.
I'll just... Yeah, that is a bit weird.
How can the fish
Nothing in particular, just talk.
Why don't we talk about
Just a general
D&D?
chit-chat. No.
What? Why not?
Oh... No, it's not the time.
It's
Time
always
is not
the
now.
time. It's something to pass the time.
As they have this back and forth argument over the next hour or so,
So every like 20 minutes, Chloe's like, Nick. He's like, yeah. D&D.
yes, that's essentially how it's going. We return back to you and your Tuataras. What is your action after this point? Now that
I just go check out all the other buildings.
Train them. And
okay, all right. So the main building here, the big one that you kind of saw along the way, that one there is locked down, and it seems to have black covering all of the windows.
I'll just try doors. I won't try and force any doors. I just want to look through
Okay,
windows.
there is only one main door, and it's the roller door on this one, and it has been locked shut.
And I try the next. Those
Okay.
are the 3 little buildings.
Next one is these buildings down here. Yeah, so essentially you have the boathouse here, which seems to have this pretty decent short-range boat. In there you've got all of the different equipment for aquatic leisure-ish. Yeah, all up in the netting. And then on the next one along, you have the kayaks and all the other bits and pieces that are together, which you can quite clearly see out in the open. And then there is the shed as well. You didn't lock the shed, did you?
The only thing I locked was that.
It's a chemical place. Okay, so this one is easy enough for you to open. This will roll the door, kind of like just twitch to the side and like open it up. And inside there you find a large number of tools and like a really decent large number of them. And you can tell that there are some other materials that are used for fixing and patching things up in and around these structures.
And there's like a large amount of all the tools. It's not like there's one of each, is there?
There's at least 2, if not more, of each.
Right.
It's pretty well stocked.
I'll grab a flathead, Phillips,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll grab myself pliers.
Okay, all right.
Short nose ones.
All right, fantastic.
Just in the pocket.
All right, cool. Where to from here?
Oh, then I'll head back to the bunkhouse.
Okay, all right. Which way do you want to walk? Do you want to walk along the shore or back
Yeah.
the way that you've trekked?
Short.
Okay, so you walk past the boat shed and you can see a door that's been kicked in.
That'll investigate.
This is quite an old structure, and once you go inside, you can see that there is this quite old boat that was covered by a tarpaulin. There's just a tarpaulin sitting outside, getting completely soaked. It's folded up out the front, and beyond that, there isn't anything too crazy or interesting in this structure. You can see that the boat itself is on a rail kind of section, and it looks like that's how it's meant to be pushed out. Yeah, and upon inspecting the front of the boathouse, you can see that it's padlocked, and it's quite an old padlock and chain that's on the front of it. The whole structure does seem to be quite old.
Yeah, no, I'll just go along the shore and then back to the bunkhouse.
Okay, all right. It's a nice little walk back in the rain, but you're covered, so you know you're just kind of kicking stones as you're walking back, thinking to yourself. Roll perception for me.
Anything plus minus?
No, this is just a general awareness. You're not looking out for anything in particular.
Right, pass 27.
Okay, all right. As you're walking back towards the shore, you catch a flash of yellow in the corner of your eye.
Right, I spin around. That motherfucker's not sneaking up on me.
Okay, standing
Put a hand on
The
my.
wrong way.
Put a hand on, on one of my machetes.
standing in these trees here, you see in a yellow kind of PVC raincoat, Flip is standing, looking at you.
I stare him down.
There's only room for one of us.
Yeah, there can only be one. Oh God. Okay, now he just stares back.
No, then I walk off, just keeping an eye behind me.
Okay, he does walk out onto the shoreline behind you.
How far behind me is he?
Oh, I'd say at least 100 meters, not 200. A decent distance. Like he waited in there for quite a while and then he walks out. He's not trying to be stealthy. He is just following you from a distance now.
He's wearing high vis. How stealthy could he be?
I keep walking. I don't turn up.
Oh, you keep walking
Yeah.
Wait, keep going down the beach or?
Yeah, keep going down the beach.
past the path. Okay.
Please kill himself.
All right.
Just keep going.
God, how much of a mess is this going to be if we like just kill
And
this guy?
after that patch of wood, that one, I go up.
You turn up and
Yep.
start going in that way.
And I circle around back. No, it's just back.
Oh.
And so in, back, and then just where there, I go down there.
Okay.
Crouch, and any mud around, I just put on the yellow bits of my raincoat. And I grab my other machete.
Okay. All right. I need you to roll stealth with me. I'm gonna give you a plus 20 to that.
And I use a sigil.
Okay.
So I have to hit under 75. Pass 59.
All right. All right.
Where are these good rolls coming from?
Sigils, my friend.
God.
Okay. All right. You stay covered, and you do see Flip walk along to the point that you were there, and he stops for a second, and you see him just kind of like look down and then start walking out here. Gets to the clearing and kind of like looks down for a second, and he keeps walking forward into the forest here. And at this point now, he's actually like down and like trying to like peer through as
soon
he
as
walks
goes
into
like
this.
in there, just behind the tree, I get out and low to the ground quickly as possible. I hop just to the bottom trees there.
These here?
Yep, I just go in there and then once again crouch down and wait. As soon as he goes around that corner there.
Okay. Alright. As he kind of like gets in a little bit further here, he does stop. And he kind of like looks around. Fuck.
And I slowly, like 1 centimeter, like a minute, just...
Getting closer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be really muddy and really loud?
That's what I'm like...
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Jake,
It's raining
Pretty
really
good
loudly.
stealth roll.
Right. And it's raining really loudly.
Yes. Even under the canopy itself, you can still see, hear the rain falling through.
That's why I don't want to get him out of sight, because then I need to see him.
Okay.
Him, the big lemon...
At this
He
point, you see him turn around and he starts walking back towards the shore with like pace, and he's like
Does he come
walking
close
openly.
to me?
He does come close to you. He
Alright.
doesn't seem to be aware of you in the slightest.
Does he have his hands on his weapon?
No, he's walking like I said, like he's walking kind of like frustrated, like humped walk.
I jump out and try to go with both my machetes into him.
Skulk's back. Skulk's back.
No,
Everyone-
fuck him.
Everyone, Skulk's back.
It's a surprise attack. He doesn't know you're there.
I just tried to shoot it, dude. This guy lunged at someone with twin machetes.
Okay. All right, you've caught him by surprise. You're just going straight at him, yeah?
Yeah, torso shots, both of them just trying to stick it as far deep inside him as possible.
Okay. All right.
Skulk's back.
Let's see. He doesn't know. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of bonuses I can actually give this to you, the melee attack ones. I'd say you are in a superior position. Because he has no idea that you're there.
I mean, like, at least, yeah.
So I'm going to give you a plus 40 to your fight check.
Ooh.
I spin a sigil. So plus 65, that puts me above 100.
Dude.
Oh my goodness.
66.
Aren't you glad that he's on the DM now, Scott? Aren't you glad you have to do this?
Okay. All right. And your weapons are considered to be light weapons.
So they do so plus in so that's 76 damage. Which is grievous and I was 4 away from limb destroyed.
Wait,
It is
but you're
very close
using
to limb
twos,
destroyed.
Isn't that
Yeah,
plus 10%?
that's what I'm thinking. How, because we haven't had an incident where we've actually done dual wielding yet of any kind of 2 weapons. There are 2 weapons, 2 light weapons. So I'm wondering whether or not you would step that up to medium.
I think you would, because I think in like a normal fight situation, he would have a penalty to use them both at once. It's just
I
because
would,
he's
but
in
I
a-
would still pass it with that.
Yeah, but I just mean like
Okay,
because
well-
it's a superior position.
Okay,
he
well,
just
because
did-
we're both impartial. We both have interests in the outcome of this. Scott, what is your
Absolutely.
opinion on this?
10 or 20.
With it being an additional weapon.
I would say just double the whatever weapon it is.
The damage.
Yeah,
So
so
the double would be 20.
So that'll be
Yeah.
60, 80, 86 limb destroyed.
but the thing is though, doing that is kind of would you
You
it's,
would
it's two
no,
separate attacks.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah,
So would you have to roll to hit on both?
it's
I wouldn't say
it's a surprise attack, and that's the reason why there isn't any real like
Yeah.
negative modifiers to this.
That's what I
Also because the sneak was so good before as well. So
I'd say just critical, yeah, so just double
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
as he's walking past, completely unaware, from behind, he feels as though, like, just a searing pain for a second as 2 blades appear from the center of his torso,
As soon as I
and
say,
he
I let
freezes.
go, and I grab his mouth and his nose with both hands.
Okay, I thought you were going to try and snap his neck as well. I was like, Jesus,
gonna do that
this
too.
special ops motherfucker.
No, I just don't want him to scream.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
don't want him to scream.
Yeah, he just. And you silence that, and he's like, you're holding him there for a second, and he's going limp as like blood starts to pump out of his chest and onto the floor.
Ooh.
He falls to his knees, collapsing, and then starts to fall forward.
Okay. If he does, I take one out. I just slit his throat with it.
Okay, he's on the ground. You take one out.
Now, fuck him.
That's a coup de grace.
Go for a month.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and Flip lies there in the mud, in the rain, with a growing pool of blood spilling out of him.
I clean my weapons completely. Not a speck of that. I make sure I'm completely clean of blood.
I think you had a waterproof jacket on.
I know, right? Then I start looking for like a hollow under a tree in the woods or something like that. Just a place that's really starting to fill up with a bit of water and a bit of mud.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can find one, I start dragging him there.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm going to need you to roll an investigate check for me. I'm going to give you plus 20 to that. Because there's a lot of wood around.
Okay, success 28.
Okay, you managed to find what seems to be a pretty decent point to hide a body, potentially. It's a kind of like semi-hollowed out log.
Okay, I put him in there, and front first.
Okay.
And then I take one machete out, and I pretty much just stick it into the wounds, and I wrench it around as much as I can. So it doesn't look like a machete did it.
Oh man.
I want to destroy all evidence
Okay.
that it's my knife who did it.
Okay. You have time.
And then I
The best you can tell, there's no one here watching.
then I clean
Can't do it. So.
then I clean my blade off, and then I walk back to the bunkhouse, keeping an eye out around me just to make sure that there isn't anyone there.
You didn't destroy his head, did you?
No.
Oh God.
Okay. So, after you've left the body within the actual
Log.
trunk itself, the log, you do see there is that very large pool of blood, and you can see that there is blood that's kind of gone throughout the mud and the leaves and stuff like that towards this thing. He was still bleeding quite heavily. So, I'll leave it up to you if you decide to do anything with it, or...
I'll try. The big thing is, if I can see I'll make an impact to cover the trail, I will. But if I can just see it's not working, fuck it. Can I like roll, I don't know, broadcraft or something just to see if I can do it or not? Because like, if I can try and like disguise the trail from where his body was to where it's now, I will. But if I started and
How would you be able to do that?
Leaves and branches.
try and like get like dead leaves and
Put a
something.
whole bunch of leaves.
Yeah,
right,
just
one pathway.
Well, no.
Or get
but
like a trunk, a branch with some leaves on it, and try and rake the stuff to make it look
Kicking the
natural.
mother belt as well.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. But if I see it doesn't
It's
work,
kind of
I'll be like,
trail.
fuck it. I'm just making it more obvious. So, that's yes. If I can, I will. If I can't, I won't.
Okay. You, as best as you can, take the material, the detritus that's around you, and use that to cover what you can.
Yeah.
It's-
Triton around
I mean, like, through the puddles of water and stuff that's around you, try and wash yourself off as best you can. Okay. I would, in this instance, if it was someone else, do a mental check on you. But I think you really did want to kill this guy beforehand.
really
You've
did
got
want to
reasons
kill this
to
guy.
want to kill this guy who wanted to kill you, so I'm not going to do it for that reason. But don't anyone else think that you can just get away with killing anyone willy-nilly and not have to take some side effects to that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we're all built differently. Okay, so you start to wander on back towards the bunkhouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
But I'll walk down and then from the shore up.
all right. Okay. Scott, can you roll perception for me?
Scott, haven't had the binoculars there, and it's that whole sort of.
Just a flat perception,
Yeah,
just
but
while
it's
you're
like
fishing.
out the back. You probably saw us
Sigil.
walk out.
You're going to use the sigil? Okay.
Why you've only got 2 left? Are you sure?
Yeah, you've only got 2. You definitely going to use the sigil on it?
No.
7. So I rolled a 7.
Okay.
It's not
So
a great
it's
one, but
not
at
a
least you
great one,
passed.
But I passed.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Triton, we're going to go ahead and knock you down to just 1. Okay, so you saw Skulk disappear into the woods,
Oh, fuck.
and you saw someone follow him. In a bright yellow jacket. That's all you saw.
Oh, no. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably more, but...
Right.
Cool.
You're the only person that's out here. No one else is
I assume it's
around. You're the only boat person. And it's just something that happened out the corner of your eye. You more spotted the yellow of the jacket than the guy walking in front, but you do kind of like catch a glimpse of someone walking that way.
Does he know it's me specifically?
No, not
roll
specifically.
another
You wouldn't
fishing
know for certain that it's Skull, but you just see
Is
that
his
someone
rain
else there.
jacket distinct? Any form?
He wasn't wearing that originally.
My raincoat.
He only put that on once he actually got into
That's
the
true.
dinghy.
Yeah.
My stuff back and
Yeah, on land, which you could have easily have seen.
But
I
yeah,
wasn't watching, I was inside the boat.
Yeah, so
That's
he
right.
doesn't
Yeah,
know
but
what.
well, it's still distinct.
It's a
Regardless
blue
of-
one with a yellow line, so at least other people have the blue and the yellow one. Like,
Yeah, that'll be distinct.
Stop trying to get skull caught.
But that's my job.
yeah, that's all. This is meta getting
I'll
me
probably
caught.
just for one next period of the day fish, and then I'll finish. So do you want me to roll another one for this
No,
period,
your
or-
fishing roll was good. So you're going to bring in a number of fish over that kind of period. So it's for the whole time period, essentially. Okay, all right. So you wander on back towards the bunkhouse. Okay, and just double checking, Nick and Chloe, you've just been having your argument over the last few hours.
I mean, Nick, I don't see why you don't want to work on this with me.
And as you enter,
I would reminisce about old times, and that's pretty much it.
okay,
We
Old
could play
D&D
something
games,
else. Fate?
you enter this
Shadowrun?
when this argument is happening. Do you go back into that bunkhouse? Is that where you're going to, or
Yeah, I'll just see if I can spot Kevin first.
okay?
If not, then I just go to like the bunkhouse.
Yeah,
sees him, draws his knives.
there's no sign of Kevin at this point.
Then
Yeah.
I just go and take my coat off and
Okay.
ask why hasn't anyone started a fire yet? It's freezing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you were going to do that. Did you not do that in the end?
No, because I was like kindling with them, and was sort of going. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Like, Jay's been gone for killing for a long time.
yeah, like Kevin and Jonah will be like, "Jay, we're going." All right, see you guys.
Okay, I guess we reckon a bit. Nick, do you want to have taken care of the fire?
You
then?
guys didn't do that the whole time you
Well,
were there.
Yeah, because we
didn't.
thought it had been done.
No.
No.
I did say it was cold in there.
Yeah,
The
but
fire
then
was never
Yeah,
started.
but
Jake was going to do that.
Nick, do you
But
want
he
to do
didn't.
that now?
He didn't. He left. So you
I'll
guys
do
have
it
been.
now.
The
yeah.
only thing that happened was he said it's cold in there, and you're like, is there any kind of things? And he says, no, they probably took it with them, and you're like, oh, selfish bastards.
And that was it.
Petty. I
Petty,
said petty.
petty.
That's,
Yes.
that's a very Scott thing to do, and then that was it.
That was
And
it.
then Jake was going to...
Yeah, but then I never went and talked to them, so
No,
that whole
right.
thing never happened anyway.
So yeah, that was like, Nick, since you know these people better, do you want to go see if you can nick us some kindling?
Nick, you want to nick?
Yeah. Yep, I'll give it a go. How it goes.
Nick.
Okay. All right. So you head over towards the other bunkhouse where everyone's still kind of like huddling around the fire that's in there.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Fantastic.
I knock on the door, I guess.
Okay. All right.
See how this goes.
You see Frank come to the door. Frank, you don't actually know. You
Yeah.
haven't had an introduction to Frank yet. Jake is the one who talked to him earlier on. He opens up and he's just like, yeah?
Hey, I'm Nick. I was just wondering if we could grab some kindling. We're absolutely freezing.
Yeah, all right. We've got a bit here. Okay.
Cool.
He just kind of like motions like 1 second. And he goes back inside and he comes out with a little bit of kindling. Enough to get a fire started.
Enough to get something started. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Hands it to you.
Let us know if you need anything. Walking
Yeah,
away.
all right.
Kindling.
Closes the door. It's a fleshy door, apparently.
yeah.
Fleshy. It's a fleshy door that he just ate.
Okay, all right. All right, you make it back towards the home itself, yeah?
So is there firewood in
Yep.
there?
No, there isn't.
So we're missing
No.
fire. So we can
Yeah.
start a fire. We can't keep a fire going.
Exactly. Well, I didn't want to push it though, so anyway, I'll explain it.
Was there any firewood in any of those sheds?
No,
No, there wasn't, no.
Unless you want to go talk again,
Go
I
on
guess we're
back,
just having
yeah.
a cold night thing.
No? Nick? No?
Nick,
What's that?
do you know if there's any like firewood in that generator building?
Not that I know of.
Well, I guess we're sleeping
Oh,
cold tonight.
You can go and try and push it if you want, but
Nah, fuck that.
yeah, I don't
told you
think
to
we
keep the
have
peace, mate.
the best of rapport.
I feel like is there like a spare chair in this room? We could
I don't
break
want to
down?
break shit, man. You can, seriously, you can just tell everyone I stay out of it.
Tell everyone that you did it. Okay, so I found a chair.
I think there was one of the couple of not chairs, but there was some cabinets and stuff like that.
There's a sofa, there are a few cabinets next to the bed itself. You can attempt to break it down if you want.
What do you think, Nick?
I mean, I could go back and ask for more, but that's...
Pushing it?
I think that's pushing it.
Let's just break a cabinet. Like, how often are we going to actually use these things? Really?
Okay.
So if you want,
You want to break the
But
cabinet?
the thing is, though, imagine what they're going to be like tomorrow when they realise we've broken a cabinet to burn for firewood.
They might not even realise that. They haven't been in this room yet.
It's about midday.
Well,
That's true, actually.
possibly not.
About
Yeah,
midday.
yeah.
Well, we
It's in the day.
don't know that, yeah.
It's a cold day though. It's a cold, miserable day, and they're all soaking wet from the
Well,
morning.
we've got to get warm somehow. So
Yeah.
I
gotta do
mean,
something.
one cabinet. Like, what are they going to do? Be like pissed at us for breaking a cabinet?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, I
No,
need you to
yeah,
roll.
exactly.
I need you to roll might.
Just break them all, break it down, who cares?
I mean, I'm not doing it.
I'm going to give you a plus
Yeah.
20.
Nick?
I need someone to make a
It
decision
would be
before we
Nick,
move on.
because
I mean,
Okay,
I think we should, but the Nick's stronger and he can walk properly, so I'm going to ask if he can.
yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, plus 20.
I'll do it. Okay. No. I failed badly.
No.
Okay, you pick the cabinet up, and you go to like slam it down against the ground with force. As you do, the drawer kind of like flies out, and a number of articles kind of like fall down onto the ground.
Yep.
No,
What was in? What stuff did fly out?
I'll tell you in a second. Articles. Yeah, I mean, like you just kind of like it buckles a little bit, but like it's going to take a little bit of extra work. So a number of things fall out of the drawer. Trying to figure out. One thing that does fall out is a book. Book kind of like falls out onto the ground. So do a number of coins and some notes.
Speaking of that, are they actual like a bookcase in here?
Yes, in this one, no. There is a big bookcase in the other one, but there isn't in this one here.
To get going as well, wouldn't it?
Huh? I know it would, but that's what I'm saying. Books burn a long time if you keep them as is. But we would have to go ask for books to burn, and once again, if going to ask,
Yeah.
Hitler, burning books.
And if we're going to go do that, we might as well
This-
just ask for firewood. So
yeah.
This book.
Well, yeah. What is it?
Okay, hang on. I need everyone that's in the room to roll intuition for me, or actually rather perception. And I'm going to give you a plus 20 to it.
no.
26.
Nah. Okay, so you all don't really notice anything of this, but Chloe, you notice that the book hit the ground with like a little bit more of a thud than it should have for a paperback book.
I pick it up.
Okay, this book is written in Cyrillic,
Oh, is it?
and it feels
Oh.
heavy as you pick it up.
Because of the weight of the language.
Yes.
Because of the weight of the words.
The words, yes.
Very heavy book.
Very heavy book.
Okay, well, I open it up to the middle.
Okay, as you kind of like open it up, you can tell immediately that pages have been removed in here. Okay, there are 3 things in there. 2 passports and 1 pistol.
Hang on. All right.
Does everyone
Wait.
see that?
How
Only
many
Chloe.
rounds are in that pistol? Check.
Hold on. So only I see this at the moment, right?
I would have walked up
and it would have been.
if you open. If it's like, I would have gone. Oh, sweet. What's the book? And I would have walked up.
I said,
regardless
well,
of it.
Skulk, it's a gun book.
It's a gun.
Yeah, I did say that. Well, Skulk,
Yes.
it's a gun.
Then I go. How many rounds are in there?
I check. I check the chamber and I check the clip.
Well, how many rounds are missing?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's nothing in the changer. In the changer. No, but upon like opening up the clip, you can
Magazine.
see The magazine? The magazine. Yes, thank
Shut
you.
up,
A million people
Yeah,
would
it's
have
a magazine
murdered me in the
with
comments
articles.
then. Yeah, exactly. No, upon opening it, you do see that there are a number of, like actually looking through, you don't know how many are meant to be in there, but there is a space where 3 extra bullets could fit.
I say these 3 missing. I'm not smart as this. There's 3 missing skulls. Does that mean something to you?
Oh yeah, there's 3 bodies out there with bullet holes in them.
Oh, that's fun.
I love how casually you bring up
It's
that
like you
piece
forgot
of
about it.
information.
You're like, oh, gun,
What?
bullet wounds. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hang on. So I would just say, and they were killed like ages ago, probably before everything happened. They're still dock workers, and they're buried. I unburied them and checked what killed them. So I'm guessing, since no one used those passports, the Soviet is still in here. Hang on, how many passports are there?
2.
There are 2
I open them. Different
Yeah,
people.
what
Different.
are they for?
different people, different
Right, there's
places.
2 Soviets on the island who has killed 3 people.
Fuck me.
Red Dawn.
They pocket the gun.
Nick?
Staring at you, Nick.
It's
Staring at you, Nick.
Nick?
You were on the boat. You saw what happened.
Yeah, I want to take the gun. Can I have the gun?
Wait, you actually asked me?
Yeah.
I'd rather not. Because I might need this, because that flip guy's probably after me.
I don't have a reaction.
Actually-
to
Yeah,
Do you
but
want, like,
the
Nick,
thing is,
do
we've
you
come
You
want
to
should
an
roll
agreement.
Constitution to not have a reaction
Groups.
to that.
do you want him to find me alone when I don't have any way to protect myself? Because that's what's going to happen.
I'll be alone then.
Thing is, you won't be alone though.
Yeah, you
Can
can't
make
always
sure of that.
ensure that, can you?
To be fair, Nick, there are like 2 Soviets around, and I'm guessing the other one's got another gun. And dramatic
I
music
just-
means I'm right.
I just think with what happened on the boat,
Yes, well, the only person I've ever tried to shoot is Flip.
you were the one that was the first.
I felt in fear of my life, Nick.
Alright.
Don't use it as a
Out of that.
Yeah, I'm not going to wave it around this time, don't worry.
this time.
Okay.
Maybe next time. Burn the
Scott.
book. Oh, let's just if we can find something else, burn the book.
I just, okay, so like,
Just keep the passports.
the whole book is in
Cyrillic.
Russian. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Well, you
could be.
assume is Russian. You don't know for certain, but
Okay.
the alphabet is Cyrillic.
There's other Cyrillic languages.
I mean, is there like any like, okay, is any like handwritten notes in it?
No. No.
Let's take the photos out of the passports, the ID page,
Yeah.
rip that out,
Yep.
burn the other 2 passports and the book.
Okay. Sure.
These people don't like us enough. I mean, like if they find us with fake Russian passports and a gun, I don't think it's really gonna make us appeal to them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Fuck, we should check the other dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick, can you keep trying to smash this one up though?
Yep. Okay, I'll give it another go.
I mean, like, don't
Okay,
even
upon
bash it,
upon
just
your
lean
upon
on
your
it.
second attempt, it does seem to crumble a little bit more, and you're able to kind of like snap and break it into pieces. To
Cool.
start getting a fire started. You know what? While the others are searching, I need you to roll a fine craft for me, please.
Me.
Yes, you.
Oh, fire.
Okay.
Yes.
2 over, so no.
Sorry.
2 over, so not quite.
Oh.
Okay. No. Well, I mean,
Spin a sigil, mate.
you know,
I need to mark it up.
it's just going to take more time. Because starting a fire is, it's not impossible. It's going to take a little while for it to take, and it's not going to be amazing for a good while. So you're going to be cold for a little bit longer, but it's not a horrific fail. It does take you a few attempts to get it going. And while Nick is attempting to do this, both Skulk and Chloe continue searching some of the other drawers in this place.
I also search under the beds. Because they don't have any sheets on them at the moment, right?
No, they don't.
So I just see if there's any openings in the mattresses themselves.
Okay, so
around the lining.
these 3 here, these are all bunk beds.
Yeah.
These 2 over here, they're single beds as well.
Yeah, I'll check just to make sure there's like if they don't have any linings, or like if I want to check if someone's been as like with a different type of thread sewn one of them up, or anything like where where some Soviet spies can hide anything.
Okay, all right.
When did this turn into a fucking spy movie?
As soon as the Russians
Under
got
the
involved.
bed, under one of the beds while searching, you do come across a photo.
Photo?
A photo, yes.
All?
Of what looks to be a young girl.
One of the ones in the passports?
No. No.
Was there a smaller skeleton?
There wasn't, no. This girl is of, you'd say, African descent?
Anything written on the back?
No. Well, actually, no, I lied. There is, but it isn't Cyrillic.
Okay, what is it?
Can you read Cyrillic?
Oh, I thought you said it isn't Cyrillic.
No, it is in Cyrillic.
Ah,
yeah,
right, sorry.
yeah.
Is it like a name or is it like a list of
Is it one?
numbers?
Is it like a word?
It is one word.
Okay, I'll just say, let's keep this with the passports. Might be something. Anything else in our search of the cabins?
Just checking, you aren't burning the passports? I thought you were
I thought
burning
that's
those.
No, I said to
No,
take
we just
the
pulled out the-
ID
Oh.
page with the names
Right.
and the photos, burn the rest of the passport and the book.
Okay.
What
Alright.
are their names?
Cyrillic,
Like,
Cyrillic.
I know they're written there, but like, what are they written? Because
It's, yeah, you can't read them.
well, I know a bit of Cyrillic. I might be able to phonetically guess what the names are if I saw them.
Alright, I will show you afterwards.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Like, I know
Alright.
a few names in Cyrillic. You can kind of pick what's what.
Okay. Alright. Sure. Okay. Right, you are all in here currently. Scott, I need you to roll perception for me while the storm is still kind of going on outside. I'm going to give you a plus 20 to that perception because you're still just fishing right now. You're not really looking out, are you?
Oh, just like as I'm going,
Yeah.
I'm like just
Yeah.
like
Okay.
It's kind of hard not to look
yeah.
at.
No,
Yeah.
I mean fishing's
Yeah.
quite a like
Fishing
a,
blindfolded.
Yeah.
Very slow sport.
success 59. So it was one off a critical success.
Not bad.
So close.
Not bad.
Who's got the same perception?
The storm isn't as severe this time of day. It's still thundering, except you can kind of hear it thundering more in the distance. It seems like a lot of the thunder showers themselves and the constant rain is starting to pass. Because it is thunder showers, it's not super consistent. And it's laid up, it's a little bit than it was before. The sea is a little calmer than it was before, and you can hear a little bit better than before as well. Now these folks are all locked up inside their room right now. They're all nice and contained and hoping to get warm. Nick managed to start a fire, and while you're sitting out there on the boat by yourself just fishing, your ears catch something. And you're like, okay. It's a kind of rumble,
In the jungle.
and it's getting louder. And you can sense a direction of the sound.
Rainy Toto going off.
I hope not.
Well, if it hasn't happened in real life, I guess we're safe to say it's not going to happen in Zealand, but... Okay, so, you're based here. You can hear a sound in the distance that's being carried a decent way. It's a kind of rumbling, and it seems to be getting louder. And eventually you can see a speck, not too low below the cloud line itself.
As soon as I hear it getting kind of louder, I bring the rod back up and everything,
Okay?
and kind of get into more of a like concealed position, but still kind of looking out from where I kind of a rough idea of where I get the
Okay.
sound from.
You can see by like following the sound where it was. Your perception roll was quite good for that reason, so you know that much, and you can see an object that is moving in the sky, and it's moving kind of adjacent towards the mainland and Little Barrier, as far as you can tell. It's still quite distant, and you can't quite make it out, but you can guess from the sound of it and from like the shape of the speck, which is becoming a little bit clearer. This isn't a helicopter, but it's a plane of some kind. But it's still very far away, and you can't really make it out with your human eyes. If you had elf eyes, it might be different, but
Or binoculars.
Okay. Yeah, I let it pass.
okay, all right.
You let it. Like you can
Does
see.
anybody?
Yeah.
You can pass.
I was like, could have flown up and
So-
like,
Inside the building, you guys don't hear anything at all.
The rain's too
The rain is
loud?
it's still too loud. The showers that are kind of happening at the moment.
Yeah, we're too far.
You'd almost have to be yelling between you.
Now,
Like kind of Poseidon, like
Kevin, Jonah, and Jake have been walking through the forest, through the woods for a good time now, following this black cable. Okay?
How far away?
You're a decent way in. These are the bunkhouses here. You'd say you'd follow this kind of... I'm just trying to... Hang on, I need to remember. Okay. It snakes around following the kind of like natural valley almost. And the water is kind of be settling here as well. In some places, it's actually slightly elevated, running through trees as it's kind of snaking through as you move further along here. You've been following it for like a good while now as the day's been kind of going on. It's been hard going as well. This is the reason why it's taken so long to get so far, because you've been slipping over in the rain, you've been trying to take your time, making sure that no one rolls an ankle, at the same time feeling anxious about this as well. You're taking point, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like me and Kev being sort of more next to each other, and then Jonah a bit further behind for
Okay.
backup.
Can you roll perception for me? And I'm going to give you a +20.
I will use a sigil.
Okay.
So that is... What is that? It's 70 plus 20 is 90. So, pass 55.
Okay. Nice.
Damn it. It would have been better if I didn't do that, so it would have been exact.
Oh, wow, that's rough. Damn. Okay, so you start to hear the same rumble that Triton was hearing.
So I'll stop them and go, you guys hear that?
And they stop as well. Yeah. What is that? It sounds to you like the engines of a plane.
Sounds like a plane.
It's deep. It's deep engines. It doesn't sound like anything kind of like lightweight. You can't really see anything from where you are. You're in the valley at the moment. You're covered by trees. Although you hear it kind of like building, getting louder and louder and louder, and then...
I'll call it in and go, can anyone see what's making that sound? So we'll just go to you guys and...
You guys have a radio
And
in there,
Scott.
and there's a radio in the boat as well. You hear the radio crackle to life.
What did you say?
Can you any of you guys hear that sound or see what's making that sound? Oh, sorry, that's what you asked me.
No, we're in a fucking tin roof room, Jack. We can barely hear you. I do probably say that loudly.
Scott, I've got my volume down as low as it could be, so I can still hear, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. It was a plane.
What'd it look like?
It's too high up, couldn't see.
Look at Kevin.
I say, can I grab that?
Yeah.
Where's it going? Where's it coming from?
Direction.
Well, it was very far away. And you were just using your normal eyes. It's hard to tell for certain.
You did say it looked like it was going adjacent between the island and the mainland. So that would be down south, right?
Where it's getting to with the sentence. So there's no way to tell exactly where it's coming from or going to, but it does seem to be coming from the mainland, and it seemed to be going further out.
Jeez.
And it's kind of like I said, it's kind of flying almost in a parallel line between the mainland and Little Barrier, flying out this direction.
So hang on, so just zoom out all like a bit further, so it goes so... Just like drag your mouse across.
Hang on. Yeah, let me see. There we go. Okay. Alright, so it's flying from the mainland, and it's flying out this way.
So across Great Barrier out to the ocean.
As best as you can tell, but you can't tell, really.
It took it straight out of my mind to say that exactly.
Okay.
And you say, yeah, like what you were replying to him?
He just said he said what you said.
Okay, alright. Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Because you're saying
Fantastic.
what I know.
Yes,
so
okay, right. So that's what that is. What you know, and that's what you pass on to everyone else.
I just look at Nick and Chloe.
It's not like we can wave
Planes.
Planes.
it down.
Someone
Wave it down or anything. So.
fucking off
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh god, dude, like one crashed almost onto us when we were a little bit down south
That's
of
true,
here.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Like
to fishing.
we were in
Go
some
back to
fucking
fishing.
house,
Okay, you still
and this
have it in
plane just
sight.
crashed like 200 meters from us.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Better than that one. But anyway.
I know, it was a 200 meter joke.
Okay.
If I can't see them,
What's that?
if I can't see them, they can't see me. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay.
maybe it's someone just like leaving the mainland for better pastures. I say to Nick and Chloe.
Man, Scott, they can see your boat.
I see all them both.
Okay. So the noise goes from being what was quite loud before to being a little bit more distant, but it stays present at that distant sound for a while. And you guys can hear this by opening the door and kind of like sticking your head out. You can definitely tell that there's a plane in the air,
And it
rumbling
just,
in the distance.
And it just seems to stay in the
It
distance.
stays distant for a while. It seems to fluctuate almost, like louder, quiet.
I say to Nick and Chloe, it's
Louder,
circling around
quiet.
something.
So the circling was searching.
Yeah, maybe, if it goes at Great Barrier, maybe it's searching around the Barrier Islands for something. Or someone.
Possibly.
Dun, dun. Oh god, if we ended here.
I don't know, who did you piss off?
What do you mean, who did we piss off?
I just pissed off these people. We're already here. This is everyone else pissed off.
I swear to god, if Eddie has a plane, I'm fucking quitting this game.
I don't know, you seem like such a reasonable person.
Shut the fuck up,
I
Scott.
do know one plane.
Huh?
That was a small.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
the sight, it does go out of your sight for a while. It was in your sight line for a while, and you could kind of almost see it circling back around. Roll another perception for me. And this is really difficult because you are just fishing and not really paying attention to it or looking at it with binoculars, so it's going to be very hard to tell. So I just want you to roll perception
not
for me.
looking
It's going to
at
be a
it?
minus 20.
That's fine.
18. Pass.
Your freaking human eyes. Okay, all right.
Not elf eyes at
No,
right
no, so he
now.
doesn't see it, he smells it.
I smell the fumes. I'm like,
Hercules.
Okay,
Deep 100 carrying 3 passions. From Wolverine.
like before, you can tell that it is a rather large plane, it seems like. And you could see it just at the end of the circle, and it kind of disappears behind the island again for a while and come back. On the last time round, when you can kind of hear it coming back again, and you're kind of like just like line of the water, and you just look at it as it's kind of going past, you swear you could see something near it. Quite a bright color against the white of the clouds. Almost like a vibrant yellow for a moment before it goes. And then the plane continues on again in the same cycle. Okay, with that, we return to Jake in the jungle. Not the jungle, the forest, the woods.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll just take that as like a flashlight or something.
Keep going.
so you hear this again for a while, and it gets more distant, and you continue on. With that same perception roll, this was for two different things. After you kind of stop focusing on that a little bit more, you can hear something else. It sounds like music.
Still yak.
It's coming from ahead of you.
From where?
Ahead of you.
You know. Stop and
It's very faint. Very,
my
very
radio
faint.
down quite a bit to make sure that no one calls in.
Very faint.
What the fuck?
And it's just Jake that hears this.
No.
Like through the
The
rain.
others listening. Yeah.
This mouth, I'm like, my mouth, what the fuck?
And so you hear this strange music emanating from further ahead of you, sounding almost strangely like,
Horror movie-ish.
well, it stirs an interesting sensation within you all the same.
Alright, I'll bring my gun up and then start going forward.
If I was in the middle of a forest and I heard this, I would know I'm about to die. Like, this is horror movie shit.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
You follow along as it starts to get slightly louder. Roll perception for me again.
Vigilant, mate.
Did I tell you about the story at Armageddon?
Yeah. Wait. Sigil.
Nah, 27 pass.
Okay. With the rain still going, and this music seemingly emanating from somewhere with no source, following this cable along, you hear another noise as well.
My gun in the direction where that sound's coming from.
Can't see where it's coming from, but it almost seems to have a reverberation to it. Something that you wouldn't expect there to be in this wooded area. You can continue to move towards this.
No, I think we're going to go right,
Okay,
circle around.
alright, so you struggle for a little bit to make it up the side of this like little hill. So you kind of lose sight of where the cable is. Roll perception for me one last time.
He got to do a sneak for ages with one roll.
Multiple different things that you're noticing.
No, fail.
Okay,
Go
alright.
die, Jake.
You can't tell where the sound is coming from this distance, but it is there. And one thing that you do notice, and they notice as well, is that this is the second time you've heard the song. It just seems to be the same thing
On a loop.
again and again, and you still hear this. But there appears to be another breathing in there as well. Again, with the same kind of reverberation, this seems to be coming from where the sound is coming from, where this music is coming from.
Okay. Since it's real loud, so I can sort of talk to Kev without worrying too much, but I'm still being quite quiet, mate.
Okay. It's loud because of the rain, not because of the music, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to radio back to base, get them to turn off, get Brian to turn off the power, and hopefully that will shut it down. Because I don't know if those voices are part of a recording as well, or if they're dead.
Right. Okay.
So I call it in, I was like, Nick.
Nick, you hear?
Yep.
Thank you,
Yep.
what's on right now?
I asked for the radio from Chloe. I'm assuming she has it.
Yeah.
Did you give the radio
So
because he can walk properly?
Yeah,
Huh?
okay.
Okay, I just like,
Nick,
come on.
Can you go and give the go and get Brian to follow you to the generator room? Just Brian, and then Kev will talk to him.
okay. Sweet
And
as,
radio
we'll do
to
it.
Kev.
We go back over to the other shed thing.
Okay,
What is it? House area.
and so you do.
Go over and I ask for Brian.
Okay.
Huh?
Same thing as before. The man who answers the door appears to be Frank. He's very frank with you. And Brian does come to the door. Yeah, what is it, mate?
The scouting party has asked me to grab you and go to the generator room.
All right. Kevin asked for this. All right, okay. Go on then. And he goes and grabs the raincoat, puts it on, steps outside, closing the door behind him.
I bet he
I've got
always
the radio
looks
on
like
me,
this, right?
right?
That he always looks.
Just while we're outside of this. Okay, Nick?
Yeah? Huh?
Okay, yeah, would you walk him towards the generator?
Yeah, I walk him towards the generator room.
Okay.
And I talk to Jake on the radio and it's like, I've got Brian. And I hand the walkie over to Brian.
And Kev's got the radio, so
Okay. We're going to need you to kill the power. Okay. That's what you want.
Fade into mine.
Okay.
So awkward when NPCs have to talk to each other, isn't it?
It's just me talking to myself.
I know.
I'm used to it. It's okay.
Have to do that.
Okay, so Nick, you see Kev bend down, bum crack and all, up towards the sorry, Brian, up to the battery. He takes the connection that's there and with a few screws and a fuck manages to disconnect the cable. Immediately after this happens, the music stops.
We still hearing the.
Reverberating from somewhere. What the fuck?
If those things chase us, we're gonna slip the fuck over. Let's get them to turn the power back on and take them out.
Roll perception for me.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Your most used skill. You have to put a lot in there.
Past 23.
Okay. You hear a human voice shouting something in a foreign language.
Does it sound like an angry language?
Well, yeah, it sounds like someone shouting something angrily.
Okay, but
Like-
that could
like-
be German.
You don't know, you don't understand what it is,
conversation
and you can see like both of them kind of like tense up. Kevin like grabbing his pencil, no, his pistol.
The pencil is mightier than
Yeah,
the gun.
yes, we all know that. And you hear, how would I best describe it? You hear something echoing.
It's a motorbike.
And you hear. The loud noise kind of like increased the sound of these voices for a moment, and then it kind of subsides again back to like a kind of breathing. But you can hear a dull of an engine running. Again, it sounds like it's reverberating. Not something you would expect to hear in the woods.
Cave or something, or.
A trapdoor.
Yeah, dude. This is lost.
Are we gonna stand around in the rain all fucking day?
Go with the phone.
Yes, if you have to. Who was that? Jonah?
Jonah.
Alright.
Look, we either we turn around, we go back, or we
Just
push
thinking
on.
we can come back with more people. We know where this is now.
It's up to you and
Call it
Keith.
in. Get Nick to come. Get some more of your guys.
I don't know how keen I am on leaving people there, taking all of our weapons away. There's someone down there. There's someone here, further down that way. I think either we go to the ridgeline, we can see what we can see, but
Let's try circle
we're in the
around
middle
more.
right now.
There's no need to go directly there. If we keep going around, watch out for some. We'll take our time and watch out for traps.
Okay. Okay. And you do continue walking further up towards the kind of ridgeline, and the music does fade away as you do, getting quieter and quieter and quieter, until it's barely noticeable at all, replaced by just the sounds of the thunderstorm. When you reach the ridgeline, you can see that this area is covered heavily by bush. And you can't see or hear anything other than the thundering rain around you.
Keep sort of circling round, but moving in so we can sort of keep the music in earshot.
Okay, okay, alright. So you do...
I mean, also, we don't exactly know where we are in the bush anyway. So it's
No.
not easy.
Yeah, exactly. You're in the bush. Yeah, you don't know exactly where you are. So I won't show you exactly where you are. But you do kind of like come up the hill a little bit, and you do kind of like circle around. And as you kind of like make your way back down into here, along the kind of like valley floor where you were following the cable, there is no cable there.
So we'll keep going around then.
Keep going
Assuming that
around.
the cable stops.
So you start making your way up this hill, and this at this point is getting really tiring. In the rain, in the muck, you're all starting to get pretty exhausted, and it is taking a toll on you. You yourself are starting to feel out of breath.
Alright.
Again, that music just kind of within earshot.
That's the music now?
No.
Alright, how long until we started hearing the music the first time? Like, how long traveling?
You have no idea at this point.
But long enough. I'm thinking of calling in Nick for backup. Is it too long?
You guys were gone for a long while. This is hard walking through this terrain in this kind of weather. You're all covered in mud at this point.
Yeah.
What's your call, Jake?
I'm gonna call it in anyway. I'm gonna go, Nick, can you get your weapons, get a rain jacket, follow the cable, be really quiet, follow it until you hear some music, and then hide.
What do you make of that, Nick?
Do you want me to go alone?
Take Skulk.
Okay. Yep. That sounds like a plan. Okay. I guess,
You're all
Stick that
hearing
behind
this as
Nick.
Okay.
I guess I'll go and see what Skulk says.
Yeah, I would have heard the radio and I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm good for it.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Alright. And you leave, and this takes time. Jake, I need you to roll 3 constitution checks while you're waiting in the rain.
3.
Yes. Because you're out here for a long time waiting for them.
So, nah. Whatever it is, yep. Pass, 24. Fail. Yeah, fail. Pass 1, fail 2.
Okay. Alright. You are shivering at this point. You've been waiting for what feels like a good hour or 2. Eventually, trudging through the mud, both yourself and Nick start to hear music.
I looked at Nick and I just go, I'm guessing that's what we're meant to find.
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Where, like, to a radio, like, well, certainly they get there with their radio us, I assume.
Yeah, like I would radio once we started hearing music and like
Yeah. Right.
creepy music.
We've circled around, we're on the other side of them, up the ridge a bit.
The ridge to the, I just say,
Obviously, I'm being quiet, but
yeah, I just say the ridge to the west or the east.
It's all bush, man. Probably couldn't go with a direction of it, another compass or something.
Yeah, you
And we're
guys
in
don't
bush, so I
know
really could've
where
said
you
shit.
are. Literally,
Mm.
your only navigation at this point has been the valley
Yeah.
and the music. That is all you have to go by. You could very well become lost in this bush.
I asked
Well,
Nick, should we
we
just?
go downhill, we get to the beach. Like, it's not too difficult.
I tell Nick, should we just follow the valley, follow the music straight ahead, and we'll just say when we see something, because if we go to the wrong ridge,
Yeah.
then we're fucked.
Oh, yeah, no, I was saying we're on,
Yeah.
yeah, so what we heard was there's, the music was playing. That's why we got you to turn the power off. Sounds like maybe a couple of zombies, but then some angry people, and they started what was, I'm assuming, is a generator, and the music started again.
I look to Nick and say off radio. I'm guessing that's the Soviets.
yeah, probably.
Could relay that information.
Oh no. This could be messy.
The photos in the passports, was it like 2 guys or what?
Yeah, they look like those. But those pages have been burnt now.
No,
No,
we
we
kept the
kept
ID
The photo
page.
pages. Oh, you kept
That's
them.
what I'm saying. That's the only.
Oh,
we
Oh,
kept
I thought you
saying.
burnt the other
said,
parts.
No, I swear you said you burnt that and kept the passport. I was like, well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
the
yeah.
opposite.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
Take
the-
the
no.
ID page
Good.
with the
Other
I
way
photo.
around.
thought it was a very strange one as
Yeah,
well.
well, that's
Okay.
I'm not going to keep a Russian passport.
I know
for
that.
Christ's
I was
sake.
very confused, but I wasn't there to say anything.
No, we just kept those pages
Just the
and
bits
burnt
with
Yeah.
the
photos
passport.
and
Just the ID pages.
Brian.
and the
Why,
rest of the
Brian?
passport.
Yeah.
We should probably tell the others about.
Well, let's wait till later. I mean, we don't want to... It doesn't really matter the ethnicity of whoever's down there. Let's not spook the guys now.
No, it's more the gun.
Yeah, we got one of them, so... They probably
Yeah, okay.
expect someone to be armed down there.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, to be fair, we're expecting zombies, so we're gonna have to be careful.
You
Yeah.
guys have no idea where you are
Yeah,
in
yeah,
relation to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, get on the radio and just like, do you want us to just start approaching?
just start sneaking up.
Okay.
And if it turns to shit, ambush them. I'm going to go down and talk.
Mate, can I
Piece of
ask
shit,
why
what?
you're sending your friends in instead of us?
Because I'm going to ambush them from both sides.
Simultaneously at the same time?
We don't know where they are.
Exactly. They might arrive first. My question is, why did you make your friends hike all the way out here and send them in before us?
Because he's a cold-hearted bastard.
No, we're the backup now.
But no, I'm going in. They're getting closer. I'm going to go in. You guys are going to...
Sounded like to me on the radio you just sent them in right now.
I said I was going to go and talk to them. And I said if it turns to shit, ambush them.
Alright? Okay. So who's going in? Like, are they staying?
I'll take Kevin. Kevin and I'll go in. You're a good shot with a rifle.
I'll hang further back. But I've got to come down with you.
Yeah.
Not going to be worth shit in this bush.
No, you can't see them, you can't do shit.
Okay. You start walk towards the music.
Yeah.
Nick and Skulk, what do you do?
Walk towards the music.
Okay, so
Carefully.
you're both moving at the same time. Okay, I need you both to roll. Actually, Jake, you roll luck, and Skulk, you roll luck. Just flat. Nick, you don't have to worry about it.
Pass 11.
Past 32.
Okay, who passed by the
Hey.
most?
Me.
Oh, 11:32. Yeah, so 32. You did. Okay. All right. So you start to hear the music. It gets louder and louder, and you can hear a reverberation. Yourself and Nick are following the cable. Still. Okay. All right. Now, just be clarify with me. Are you actually following the cable, or are you just kind of wandering? The music so far seems to be leading towards that.
Nick, I'm guessing we'll just follow the
Well,
cable.
we were told to follow the noise, weren't we? So
When we do both, I
if you
mean,
pinpoint it, we'll start.
They are both, but
Right.
Jake purposely avoided it. I'm wondering whether you guys are doing the same or not.
I would say let's follow the cable. I mean, we know exactly it will take us there, rather than try and bushwhack.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds like a fantastic
Just-
idea. Okay,
Very,
so you
try and be sneaky about it.
you continue to follow it, and the music does grow louder.
Funny that.
Yeah.
The same reverberation
Oh,
music you could hear before.
Soundtrack we die to.
And as you get closer, you do hear that sound that was described to you.
Can we make out how many?
You can hear what seems to be two distinct different voices, you could say. Moving closer and closer towards the sound and following this cable. The sound becomes much louder, and these voices become much louder as you approach what appears to be a opening of sorts. And you can hear the sound emitting from this, and the cable dropping down from sight into an opening.
So it's like a in the ground,
It's in the ground.
like a cave,
Or a hatch.
It's a cavern.
a cavern
Or
going
a hatch.
straight down,
Yep, it looks like it goes straight down.
or like on
and you
an angle?
can't well, upon first inspection it seems to be like just like straight kind of like hole, not a hole, but like a cave. And the entrance is like from the top here. There is light heading down, but it does seem to go down for a fair bit.
What do you think, Nick?
Do we want to wait for the others to get here? We're all going to be going the same way, right?
Right, let's give them 5 minutes and we'll radio them and ask where they are.
Yep.
Well, with the music playing into this forest, you standing at the edge of something
we're
of a
staying
cave.
in like.
You're not like staying
Yeah,
right
we,
there.
once,
Yeah, we're right
once
near
we
the
found,
Standing over, we're like, also we'll
Yeah.
probably be like underneath a
Yeah,
tree or.
I
You
would've-
can
I would've
you can
backed off.
hear you can hear like the rain and everything that's kind of like flowing down into this. You can see that like the area around there just naturally just flows water down into this place, and there seems to be a decent cascade that's going into it as well. There just seems like be a little bit of a slip going down towards it. So if you weren't careful, you might just fall in. So with caution, you do hang back, waiting for the others to arrive, and that's where we're going to end.
And we never arrive. Dun dun dun.
We never do. We never do. You're very cautious.
Yeah,
good.
we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you two are the first ones there, and that's where we're going to be wrapping things up. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. I have been Rycon. This has been a team. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay breathing.